Hi, and thank you for joining me in this week's Session Spotlight. My name is Matt Murphy, the Government and Regional Affairs Director for the Tri-Cities Regional Chamber of Commerce, and welcome. While we may be considered halfway through the 2025 legislative session, there is still a lot of work to be done. All bills are out of their House of Origin, and more than half of the bills introduced are not moving forward. The flip side, though, is that there are still many bills alive and kicking that require our attention. So let's move on to this week's Spotlight. But before we do, I want to thank the Tire Factory for supporting this video series as policy engagement partners. 3 bills up for discussion today include House Bill 1491, promoting transit-oriented housing developments, House Bill 1155, prohibiting non-competition agreements and clarifying non-solicitation agreements, and House Bill 1015, energy labeling for residential buildings. The first bill this week is House Bill 1491 regarding transit-oriented development. This bill promotes transit-oriented housing by requiring cities to allow higher density development near transit stations while ensuring affordability and prohibiting parking requirements. It also offers tax incentives and grants to support infrastructure planning, helping maximize the state's investment in mass transit. This bill encourages development around transit hubs, but requirements to allocate affordable housing may not provide a proportionate incentive to builders. The second bill under consideration today is House Bill 1155, Non-Competition Agreements and Clarifying Non-Solicitation Agreements. This bill eliminates non-competition agreements in Washington, ensuring employees have full freedom to change jobs and compete in their industries. Employers attempting to enforce these agreements after June 30th, 2026 may face penalties, while limited non-solicitation agreements remain permissible. The final bill this week is House Bill 1015, energy labeling for residential buildings. This bill introduces mandatory home energy performance reports for residential property sales to help buyers evaluate energy efficiency and environmental impact. Local governments must develop financial protection for low-income homeowners, and a standardized report format will be created by November 30th, 2025. This bill could increase the cost and time required to purchase and sell a home. As we wrap up this week's Session Spotlight, I want to follow up on a couple of other bills we may have covered earlier this session. House Bill 1210, the Targeted Urban Area Tax Preferences, I am pleased to report, is still alive and has moved into the Senate. House Bill 1213, expanding protections for workers in the State Paid and Family Medical Leave Program, and House Bill 1217, rent control, are still alive, passing out of the House on almost party lines. That's a wrap-up for this week's Session Spotlight. Thank you for joining us. You can learn more information on these bills and other Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce legislative advocacy activity at www.tricityregionalchamber.com.